What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we have some incredibly exciting news about the Curse of Osiris expansion. We have some gameplay of the planet Mercury. On top of this, some information finally about what the raid content will be in this expansion. We're hearing about something new, including weapon forging. We're going to be seeing Lighthouse Engrams, a whole bunch of new rewards in this expansion, new public events, and we've got a new prologue. So let's get into it. Firstly, they talk about the raid content and exactly what that means. So we can see that the Leviathan raid menu has changed and features a new activity called Leviathan Eater of Worlds, and this will be a brand new version of the Leviathan raid with all new encounters, gear, secrets, and a brand new final boss. And this is something that Bungie are calling a raid lair, so that's pretty exciting. I know that it is still the Leviathan in one form or another, but they confirm that this is a brand new activity which takes place in a new section of the Leviathan ship. This new raid won't be as lengthy as the original, but they say that it is extremely challenging and fully fleshed out with mechanics and secrets. They show us the entrance to the new section of the raid right here, but they don't let us go any further. It does look pretty cool. There will be new armor, weapons, cosmetics as well, which is pretty awesome. There will also be a normal and prestige version of this raid. Raid layers will progress into expansion 2, where we will see layer 2 of Leviathan, which will once again be completely refreshed. On top of this, the Leviathan raid in general, or the original version, will be upgraded to the new light level, so it will still be a relevant raid in terms of light level. Personally, I'm pretty excited to hear about this. Of course, a brand new raid in a different location would be equally or more exciting, but I think this could be a pretty good model, for continuing to add raid content, assuming that, it is refreshed and revamped enough and isn't kind of repeating anything that we've done in the past. I think if they get it right, it could be pretty good, but apart from what they've told us right here, they're going to remain pretty tight-lipped about this raid content. Up next though, we have some gameplay of the Lighthouse social space, which looks pretty fantastic, and we can see that Brother Vance occupies the center of this space as a vendor, and we get a sneak peek at the new Lighthouse Engram, which will grant many of the rewards featured in this expansion. They confirm that the Warlock gear on screen will be rewarded from these Engrams. We do also, of course, see the character there holding a brand new themed hand cannon, which is pretty awesome. They show us next a marking on the wall, which will track some of the endgame activities and optional pursuits, which will be fleshed out inside of this experience. They confirm that we will be able to collect elements in order to forge these new themed weapons, and the forge is actually part of the social space here as well. So in terms of, giving us more kind of side stuff to do in the end game, it definitely sounds pretty promising, and they did confirm that all of this is end game content. Onto Mercury, they confirm it will feature new public events, adventures, and lost sectors, which is pretty cool. We can also see the portal to the Infinite Forest from Mercury, and they confirm all of the gear shown in this part of the gameplay is brand new Mercury destination themed gear, which is earned from Lighthouse Engrams. They also demonstrate a new public event here briefly and confirm that this will be the biggest public event to date in the game, which sounds pretty cool. Lost sectors on Mercury will be hidden during the campaign section of the game, so you can find them, as you play if you like, but following the campaign will feature on the map as normal. Next though, we see them go into the Infinite Forest through the portal, which looks pretty fantastic visually. We see these huge spires which they call trees. These trees are actually portals into different areas of Mercury, such as the Dark Future. The Dark Future is set in a version of Mercury, and in the future obviously, where the sun and the solar system have died. There will also be a past version of Mercury, and all of the spaces accessed through the Infinite Forest will feature different content and activities, but Bungie say that they'll leave these new spaces for us to discover in game. But speaking of the updated director, featured heroic strikes will be returning, which is pretty fantastic. They say that there will be worthwhile rewards for this. They don't talk specifically about, strike specific loot just yet, but they say that heroics are returning, which is obviously a good thing. We also see Mercury and the Almighty on the director right here on the map. Finally, we have a prologue for the Curse of Osiris, so we see Osiris in the Vault of Glass, this time in a conversation with his ghost Sagira when they are disturbed by awakening Vex, so it's pretty cool, it's worth checking out.
Ominous rocks, Killer robots, people in mortal danger. Seriously, aren't you tired of this?
Fatigue is a distraction from our purpose. As are complaints.
Oh, I haven't begun to complain yet. Ouch! Ugh! Now I'm complaining.
Focus, Sagira.
Reach for the sky, big guy.
La facile!
Need help? Again?
I've got it, thank you.
Well, Osiris. What did you see? Slow down. Wait. I thought Oh, Go! To your left! 2 o'clock! Medium range! You're welcome! You know, I can't help but notice that even with all of reality to explore, you keep picking the places where they shoot at us.
We can't stay here. If the Vex succeed, it's the end of everything. Sagira, we can see your light. You have to go.
Nope, not leaving you. Without me, there's no coming back.
If I don't stop the Vex, there won't be anything to come back to. I'm doing this for the both of us.
Don't you even... Osiris!
Following this prologue, they confirmed that Osiris is not technically in the Vault of Glass, it's actually in the Infinite Forest, and the Vex have simulated this space in order to hunt something which they are chasing, and something which Osiris is also chasing. The exact reason for this is something we'll learn during the story, but we know that Osiris was once a vanguard of the tower, filling a role much like that of Zavala. Back to Sagira though, the ghost will find her buried in the sand following the events of the prologue cinematic, and this is where our journey to find Osiris will begin. So obviously this is really exciting stuff so far, guys. Obviously they're just, giving us a hint of Mercury, a little bit of gameplay, a look at the social space, and some information, about things like the raid and heroic strikes. They definitely sound promising. Most of this conversation was about these new locations and the story elements of the game, but of course we are going to hear more about the systems, the gear, and everything like that coming in this expansion. So I think Bungie have got some pretty cool stuff in store for us. Anyway, that's going to summarize this particular video, guys. I will have more videos covering everything to do with the Curse of Osiris expansion in the near future, but if you have enjoyed this one, a like is very much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a lot more Destiny 2 content, but for now, you guys have an awesome day.